at the glory there. That is some beautiful coffee. Well, the coffee's flowing and it's time to get going. Hey, welcome back to Questions Over Coffee. My name's Kevin Smith. It's good to see you again. Want a cup of coffee? Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you don't miss anything that's coming up on Questions Over Coffee. If you have a comment or a question, leave in the section below. We'll get just as fast as we can. Today, what we're going to do is deal with, or at least address, the second portion of questions that Joel Roy had. Last week we dealt with the questions of whether can I watch other fiction works such as anime, Japanese animation, fiction works such as shonen, and if I write or create fiction but do not read or watch other fiction works, that would be unfair, right? We dealt with those in the Can I Watch Anime video. Today, what we're going to do is deal with the second half of the questions here. I wouldn't write the villains too dark. However, I would change the deity and demon system. I would write characters that are parallel to the Lord and even the one that is ruling the earth now. And also, I would write magic, but not too dark. Would God allow this? And the last question, I even plan on getting an anime or movie to use my work as reference or base material. Should I just deny this desire and find some other jobs to do? Joel, these are great questions and something we should be concerned with, whether we are looking at writing fiction or what we are looking at any job, any creative endeavor, whether it be art, writing, movies, whatever the case is, or just seeking to put entertainment in front of someone. I will say that dealing with the first question you have here, that it is not without precedent. C.S. Lewis, J.R.R. Tolkien, and many more have sought to do the same things that you are seeking to do, and they have done quite well. They have created allegories using Christian things, Christian ideas, the Christian system, if you want to call it that, of God versus Satan, and remade it to tell their story in a way that promotes biblical ideas, biblical concepts, and even the biblical message and gospel, and that's always a good thing. So I would say in that regard, absolutely go for it, and I wish you the absolute best of luck in doing it. I look forward to seeing what you have to offer and getting a chance to watch or read some of your writing. Now, the reason that I would say this is approved, or maybe approved is too harsh of a word, acceptable, would be because Jesus used stories himself to tell a deeper message than what the story looked like on the surface. If you look at Matthew chapter 13, verses 11 through 13, what we can see is the purpose behind these. Jesus answered them, "To you it has been granted to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it has not been granted. For whoever has, to him more shall be given, and he will have an abundance. But whoever does not have, even what he has, shall be taken away from him. Therefore, I speak to them in parables, because while seeing they do not see, and while hearing they do not hear, nor do they understand." So basically what Jesus did was virtually the same type of thing in taking a fictional story with a deeper meaning, and he told the crowd, and those that were interested to know what he was talking about asked him. They had and were given more, as verse 12 said, and which is actually in relation to the understanding of the law and the Tanakh itself, but those that were not interested in diving deeper and finding out what was actually the message Jesus was telling, other than just a really good story, they didn't ask. What they had at one point, maybe they no longer had. And the same is true here. If you tell a story with a biblical meaning, like C.S. Lewis and J.R.R. Tolkien did, if people just want the story, they've got a good story. If people want to know what the symbolism is, they can ask you, or they can search out the symbolism themselves, and perhaps that will get them interested in the gospel message. As far as your question about the anime or movie team, the only thing I would say to this is be careful who you choose, because some of these teams would either require you to add in pieces of the culture that, quite frankly, are being celebrated but are not biblical in any way. Think homosexuality, the LGBTQ plus community, things of that nature. Or what they might do is throw something in before production that you did not know was going to be included, and this is never the message that we want to send as Christians. But beyond that, I would say go for it, man. Good luck, and I look forward to seeing the creativity that you have to present, this kind of message. I do have a question for you. How do we tell if we are taking too many liberties with Scripture in our creativity? Leave me a comment in the section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe so that you don't miss anything that's coming up on Questions Over Coffee. Thank you for our time together today. I look forward to the next time. Keep pressing forward.